Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, to Cleanup Crew, a new Bullet Heaven, and it actually won Best Indie Game of 2023 in the Uruguay Game Awards. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how prestigious that award is. I don't know how big the Uruguay Game Awards are, but regardless, Cleanup Crew is a Bullet Heaven, and I'm going to be honest, this one is a little challenging. I'm actually glad. So we're going to pick up the Akimbo pistols here. The Bug Buster is the one that you start with. This is just like a regular pistol. Haven't picked up the Skull Piercer yet, and this is kind of the same thing as this. It just does more damage, and you have two of them, so it's better. This is one I am actually glad, and then you get to pick your stage, intensity. We are playing on intensity 1 because I'm actually very surprised at how challenging this game actually is. And one thing that I'm actually going to do here real quickly, I'm going to turn down my speaker volumes here because otherwise you guys are going to be catching that. Catching some secondary shots. Oh, I didn't even realize I could make that small. Okay, that's great. We're going to make this small because I don't actually need my cursor here. Because the game is actually quite difficult. Mostly, and I think the reason for me why the game is difficult, perhaps others don't find it as challenging, but this does not necessarily feel like a Bullet Heaven that has a steady progression of enemies. It feels very much like, and let's see, we don't really have a great start here. So I'm going to be straightforward with you. I have done quite a few, I've done like 5 or 6 runs here, right? So I kind of have a rough understanding of what is good and what's not. This Gunbot, it sounds like it would be good. He is horrifically bad. Like, literally, maybe the worst weapon I've ever seen in a Bullet Heaven. Orbital Beam Cannon, honestly, not much better, but it is better. There's a DPS meter that we can check at the end of the rounds, and just like, holy crap, he does like no damage. I think the reason why he does no damage is mostly because his projectiles fire so slowly that my guns get there before he actually does. So I think that's why. We're just gonna go, well, I mean, we're gonna take the Power Surge. Honestly, I haven't even gotten to evolve anything yet, and a lot of that I'm gonna continuing on from what I was saying before, kind of got away from myself there, is that the reason why I think this game is quite challenging is it's not really a steady progression game. To me, it feels like the difficulty comes because they just throw a multiple massive waves of enemies at you throughout the game. While we don't have this, I am going to take the attack speed for all weapons. And so it seems like there's a lot of stages to kind of get overwhelmed by enemies, and so we are going to kind of have to hold on to our special skill. Now, this game does have special skills. Mine basically just increases or decreases my cooldown of weapons. I'm going to continuously level up weapons as I can. Now, unfortunately, it only gives 1 damage, which is kind of strange. I guess it depends on what the health pool of enemies actually looks like. Anytime you see a flashing red down here, I do believe that it's either health or anytime a pickup enters the screen, whether that be a drop pod, which of course that's how we're getting upgrades, right? Every time we level up, we're getting a drop pod. But if a health vial drops, you'll also see this flash red. So none of these are those. So Giganto Beam's kind of bad with what we have going on here, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know. I think this might be our skill. It's got to be, because we didn't take anything else. So Power Surge, I think, is kind of potentially a trap. The reason being is that our damage is only going up by 1. And so because we're not getting like big damage boosts, I feel like 10% is basically like nothing, right? And so that's kind of why it's hard to tell if the damage upgrade is good or not, because I don't have any reference. Like, all these guys are dying to 10 damage, right? So I'm assuming that their health pools are going to scale proportionally to how much damage we're actually increasing. But I don't know. We do have a little mini boss here. So that eagle sound was, of course, my skill that I just popped. So it just kind of makes it shoot a little bit faster for a time. Although we're having some trouble taking him down. I mean, Honestly, I might just take the gunbot just to have the abilities. I don't even think I have 7 abilities unlocked yet, so we will just take it, and then we can kind of see why it's so bad in the end. We'll take a look at its damage and see just how bad it was. But you can see here the projectiles are just so much slower than my guns that I have a feeling by the time that its projectiles actually gets to where it's going, my akimbos here just beat it. So I think I'm going to take armor plates here for a little bit more defense. Although, it's one of those things where when we die, like, we die very fast because we kind of just get swarmed. We do have a dash. I didn't mention that, but we do have a dash in the game. So we have a dash and a skill, so a lot of, you know, active inputs that we can use. A lot of active inputs. We have 2 active inputs, which for a bullet heaven nowadays is kind of a lot. Even with, I'm telling you, even with this added projectile, his damage still sucks. Like, you see what happened there? Like, he's firing at enemies, but they're just dying too quick. And he's just like, I feel like they really need to, yeah, see, this is one of those cases where they just kind of completely surround us. So if our damage doesn't get up in a pretty significant way, we're going to get kind of swarmed like that a couple times here. So I feel like his projectile speed just needs to be faster, probably just as fast as our main weapons here. Now, obviously, there could be maybe weapons that are slower where he'll do a little better. Well, I can't go that way just yet because I got to pick up my upgrade. But I'm getting kind of surrounded here. Let's see. So we're kind of in this cursed land of cursed Care Bears and cursed My Little Ponies and donut-faced scorpions, and we're just leaving blood trails everywhere. I guess we're gonna take the lava boots because again, it is just a weapon that deals damage, and I just need more damage sources. Okay, so let's increase our Kimbo weapon damage. Again, it is only by 1, so the question kind of is that a reasonable damage upgrade or is it not? I mean, to be fair, we don't really have any other option, right? We do have to level it up in order to try and get an evolution. Okay, I might have to use my skill here. I would like to hold on to my skill if I can, but I think I'm going to have to burn it here. Because otherwise, I'm just not going to be able to get down to that nest. Yeah, we're having some real trouble getting in there. So, I think I want to increase my movement speed. So that way I can kind of sneak through. And we have all these frogs here shooting projectiles at us. Man, I'm having a lot of trouble getting in here. There we go. We definitely needed that health. Did we actually take down the nest? Oh, it looks like we did actually take down the nest. Okay. So, let's go ahead and grab our upgrade here. Gains a shield that negates all damage for a few moments after getting hit. Actually kind of reasonable here. So we don't take multiple hits in a row. Okay, we get our weapon damage upgrade. I do have to kill that elite, though. And I have another one on me. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's kind of it's a little bit tough to kind of sneak through. I think I'm just going to take the healthy body here for a little heal because I'm not seeing any heals around me. Okay, I'm going to wrap around. Perhaps there's some experience we can pick up. We're going to have to collect some parts here, it looks like. But hopefully there's a bunch... Hopefully there is a bunch of experience. Alright, so we got some peanut butter and jelly bears. Oh boy, this one's going to be tough. So all these ones where you have to stand in an area are really kind of challenging. Yep, because I'm having trouble actually killing the enemies. Oh, let's see here, let's see here. But that's kind of the toughest thing that I found so far is that even leveling up my weapons, I don't feel like leveling them up is actually making me any more powerful. Okay, blow everything up. Yeah, and then we just die. Yeah, I mean 642. So let's, I mean, look at the damage. Like, look at the damage of these two, just garbage. Like this, even the orbital beam cannon. Like, I'm not sure. Let's go again. I'm not sure if maybe just the good weapons are locked because, like, these are the weapons that I've been playing with these last few times. Let's go ahead and increase our weapon damage. Because, the other thing we could do, I mean, we do have a character here who releases toxic area around him for a short duration. They receive damage over time, but, like, I don't know. This deals extra damage and increases his attack speed. Because, I mean, this weapon is just clearly better than this one, right? So I guess the only thing is, like, is this weapon better than this? Perhaps. Maybe, so thought I just hit next. Okay, no, I guess I hit back. And I mean, this is the first intensity, like, with no anomalies or anything. But I don't know, it feels to me like one damage. It might not even be damage. I mean, well, I guess the thing is that what it really feels like. So we'll take the antimatter field. I don't think this is necessarily any better than the others, but especially like for example, you know, Gunbot there, really struggling to deal damage, especially when in comparison to our guns, right? And so the struggle here is that if our only weapon that's really dealing damage is our main weapon, we're only hitting two things at a time. Man, gotta take a little hydration break. So we gotta find something that can actually kind of keep up with damage. Just grab the armor plates. Okay, we can increase the size of the antimatter field, although it didn't look like it did all that much. We'll increase the damage of our Kimbo pistols. And then, yeah, hopefully there's a weapon that can keep up. But again, I think that I've tried every weapon that's available to me. I suppose except for the one that does 3 damage. But the difference is that it shoots three bullets in a straight line. Cooldowns decrease. I'm gonna take the weapon. I do need other ways to deal damage. Don't need the health, so I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, where's the elite? Where's the elite? It's down here. Trying to get as much damage right now with our close range stuff while we can. There we go. Nice. There we go. We got the cooldown anyway. Perfect. Oh, we had another chest drop up here. I didn't even see that one drop. Okay. So the question is, like, do I want this orbital beam cannon? I suppose I do, because it's just another weapon. I don't know, maybe it's possible that I'm just spreading myself too thin. Maybe this game is more designed to pick like 2 or 3. I mean, because it's possible, because you really only have 6 weapons, right? This isn't a weapon. This is your special. So it's possible I'm getting distracted by the fact that you can have 6 weapons. Maybe you should only have like 3 or 4 and just kind of focus on those. So I'm going with the antimatter field for damage here over the orbital strike. Because if enemies are closer to me, I need like big damage as close as they are. We're going to take the Giganto Beam here, since that's also, I'm assuming, going to improve the AoE of our orbital strikes. But if enemies are getting close, I need like damage immediately, versus the orbital strikes are attacking far away. And so they can kind of afford to not have as much damage there. We'll definitely go for the Atomic Accelerator. Decrease cooldown, dashing cooldown time. I mean, technically that might be beneficial. Just keep leveling us up. Keep leveling it up. Yeah, these scan terrains I've actually found are quite difficult because they keep you confined to a small area for such a long amount of time. You gotta pop this to take out the elite. Luckily, this one was pretty early on. Once they start getting to the... Ooh. So now they're gonna pierce? Okay, that might help us out a bit. Yeah, that one in later stages can be quite challenging. Okay, let's try and make our way. There we go. There we go. Cooldown decrease. That's super nice to pick up. And again, I do think that I'm pretty sure that the upgrades are linear. So, like, your level 2 of your Kimbo is always going to be the same. Your level 3 is always going to be the same. Right? It's not random upgrades. Okay, we're firing this off so that way I can pick up that upgrade. We don't have the Power Surge yet, so let's go for that. That is more damage, but will also allow us to evolve the Orbital Strike if we should get there, although I honestly don't think we are. So we'll keep that going. I am assuming just to evolve, you just have to have the trinket, and then you have to get a skill to max level. It's kind of the standard thing that goes across these games, so I'm kind of hoping that they stick to that standard. Okay, we're getting close to leveling. I don't know if this evolves with anything, though. That's the thing. Maybe it just evolves with what you already have. This is closer to evolving, so we're going to take this over the blades. Especially if it just evolved into, like, double its size. I'd be like, yes, please. Yes, please. I would like that. I would like that tray much. I would like that tray much. Alright, so we're going to have to recover the sample and then bring it to another location. Let's go ahead and pick up the... Yeah, see, like, this is something where... Actually, I'm not very close to evolving this. I think one of the things that's kind of strange is that... Well, actually, no. So there's 5 weapon slots. Okay, so there's 5 weapon slots, 5 trinket slots. So I think the Kimbo, if it does evolve, probably just evolves because we have it, and it takes 3 extra to evolve. I was going to say, it's weird that we have 7 down here and only 5 trinkets, but this is our skill. Technically, I would think that these maybe should be pushed a little bit farther to the right to kind of separate it from these 2. It does look like there's maybe 10 extra pixels here compared to here, but I would say maybe like that. Actually, probably than shifting it over, this one probably just shift it more to the left. So like these are your starters, these are your weapon pickups, these are your trinkets. So I probably don't want to go with greed magnet then. The real question is, am I going with atomic accelerator or another level in that? Am I going with a level here? I think I'm just going with a level here, just trying to get it to evolution stage. And I'm going to try and hold on to my skill as much as possible until I get to a spot that's like really hinky, rather than just using it to try and force my way through an area, because there's a lot of waves that I feel like I'm just going to straight die if I don't have my skill available. But so far, the setup is doing quite a bit better than our first setup. That's for sure. Oh, that's a nice one. So increased amount of hits per projectile, nice. So we can pierce one extra time, and then we have 2 others on the Giganto Beam. Yeah, so like even here, I'm not going to be burnt. I'm going to try not to burn it on the Elite here. Let's see if we can just get the kill while holding on to it. Although we probably could have used it to get the kill, I kind of just want to make sure that I'm not in a situation where, like, I use it and then immediately I get hit by a massive swarm. That would just not be fun. I'm actually going to go with the max health here. I'm feeling pretty safe enough at this point. This build is feeling quite a lot stronger than, honestly, any build that I've had up until this point. And so I just want to make sure that we're kind of holding our own here. Let's go for Power Surge. Just more damage. We're going to keep getting that up. It looks like we got 2 more levels, possibly, that we can evolve it. Again, haven't evolved anything yet, but I am assuming that evolution happens once you hit max and you just have the trinket. And still, again, take more health. I really don't want the lava boots. I kind of don't know what... Ooh. Okay, we'll just max that out. Again, I guess we'll see if I can evolve that, but I don't know if I can. Okay, collect the parts. So we got 2 up here. What the heck is that? Okay, we're just going to blow up the screen. Although I probably should have saved that for the way down. Yeah, so we just got to sit in here. Very nice. Make our way up and over. I think that's our first dash that we've needed to use this entire run. Oh, I got a chest back here. I should probably grab that before we go down. You think? You think the upgrades are worth it? I'm going to upgrade this, then we're 1 away from potentially evolving, I believe. I do believe that we... Yeah, we do have the trinket that we need for that to upgrade. I'm also just trying to get as much experience as I can. Okay, okay. Feeling a little bit trapped there. Go ahead and collect this as fast as possible. So that way we're not stuck there. Perfect. Couple armor plates. Nice, we get a few upgrades here. Yeah, so it looks like this isn't going to evolve. I would assume that it would just be in a chest. That being said, we now have one that is available to evolve, assuming... There we go. Greatly increases attack speed and damage. I'll take that. Now this one's free to upgrade. Okay. This wasn't a problem before. You can go off now. That was real obnoxious. As soon as we turned that on, my screen was just shaking all over the place. Okay, yeah, that evolution is very powerful. That's just hitting everything now. Oh man, Gunbot. I don't even want you as an option. I really don't. You're just like really bad. So I wonder what the restrictions are. Meaning, do I have to kill in a, like, there's different color, we've seen different colored chests, right? What color chests will give me what color chests give me the upgrade? Right? Do I have to kill an elite? Oh, I should find some health, actually. Do I have to kill an elite in order to get the upgrade? Or in order to get the evolution, I should say? Because I don't think just straight leveling up is giving me that opportunity. Clear the nests. Oh, we can do that. Yeah, see, I think there's a very limited option of weapons, and unfortunately, I think I'm just going to have to go with lava boots here. I don't think it's very good, but, I mean, I might even have to take Gunbot. Like, it's possible that I just don't have any other options. Man, some of these creature designs, though, are just, like, complete nightmare fuel. Like, we got Tinkerbell mixed with Milena. Yuck. There we go. Greatly increases area size and oh my god, that's what I was looking for. Yes, please. Oh god, yes. Okay, so let's wait, can I even take oh, this is a weapon. Yeah, this is a way better weapon than Gun Buddy. What's it called? Gunbot? Yeah, that's way better than Gunbot. Increases duration when triggered. Yeah, that's gonna leave me protected for longer. Now, I don't know what our goal... I'm assuming our goal is survive 20 minutes. But I'm going to be honest, this is literally the farthest that I've made, and this is probably, I don't know, my 10th or so run. But that being said, like, I don't really know... I'm trying to think what I did differently that would make this run more successful than the last couple. And I don't know, like, it's one of those things where because pretty much every time that I died previously, as I mentioned, was kind of during a surge in enemies. It's hard to say whether it was because I was picking the wrong weapons or upgrades, and mostly that's because, it's very limiting on what I actually had access to, right? We've kind of seen a lot of repeats as to what weapons I can take, so I don't think that there's been, like, a whole lot of actual options, right? If you have, like, 5 weapons here, there might be 7 available, so it's not like there's 20 available and I picked the worst 5, right? So it very much could be that just I didn't have my skill available at a certain time. And I just died because of that. I could see that being the case. I could also just see fat fingering it and just like trapping myself. That could obviously be the case too. Ooh, increase charges by 1? Just keep circling around him. Just put him in the fire. So unfortunately, this is not evolvable, right? Gonna keep taking this, keep maxing it out. I probably shouldn't have taken the health upgrade. Honestly, it wasn't until after I took it the first time that I realized that it's a trinket. And so while I'm getting more health, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I was gonna say maybe I should wait until I needed the heal, but technically it doesn't matter, right? You're getting more health, but you're also being healed. So technically you're always getting the heal. Maybe it was just the fact that we got pretty lucky with our gun upgrades this time and got like the pierce super early on. And so that kind of allowed us to sort of kind of get 4 bullets every cooldown rotation as opposed to 2. Oh, there we go. We got Big Chungus. All right, let's go ahead and get our big health. Let's go ahead and use our skill cooldown now. And get to... Okay, never mind. That's not our big final boss. This is just the ring that we have to defeat a bunch of enemies. How many of these guys do we have to kill? Oh my god, they're just going to keep expanding? Or keep separating? I guess they're separating in smaller ones, right? So maybe they're doing less damage or at least less health. Extraction! Wait, does that... oh, go to the X. Okay, so now I just have to dodge these. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, dude. Extraction is so long. This isn't a kind extraction. This isn't like a, hey, as soon as you hit the mark, we're pulling you out. This is like, hey, you gotta survive a minute here. Okay, there we go. Complete. Oh, 15 objectives. Okay, so maybe the tremor turret. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so let's look at our... Yeah, I mean, look at this damage, dude. Look at everything's damage other than that. These lava boots, garbage. This, I think most of this probably came from after the fact once we evolved it, but yeah, I think so there's a couple things that could be happening here. One is that these akimbo pistols are just really good. The other thing that could be happening here is that the akimbo pistols are killing everything faster than these can actually do damage. Now, if that's the case, that's either a good thing or a bad thing. Could be a good thing, because then you have one weapon that does really well. Could be a bad thing, because then you're spending all this time upgrading other things, and they're just not doing enough damage. Right? Because, like, we took this very early on, right? 15 seconds in. And it did less than a quarter of the damage that the akimbo pistols did. Now, obviously, this is more range, right? Up until the very end, this was hitting barely anything, so I don't think that's a very fair comparison. I think this is a more reasonable comparison. And even then, where this is targeting enemies around the map, it still did a little bit more than half the damage this did. So there's definitely some weapons that I don't know if it's a balance thing. I wish that this shows how many kills they got, because if I could see if this just had like 90% of the kills, then it'd be like, okay, there's just a clear imbalance here in how the damage is working. But I do think that the only reason that we really made it out of this one is because we got a lot of upgrades on the pistols early on. I think every other run I've ever had, most of my upgrades were spent everywhere else. And it just feels like this is the only run that's really been successful, or this is the only run that's ever been successful, to be fair. And I think a lot of that is just because we got a lot of upgrades early on. And if that's the case, might need to throw some balance changes in other places. But then you can, of course, see I'm assuming this is max HP, right? Because we were standing there for a long time, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 upgrades. So I'm assuming these are probably times we took damage, right? Like, the top line is our max health. This is how low we got. So we never really lost a whole lot of health in this run. Then we have XP. I'm not sure what the green is showing off here for XP and what the yellow is showing off. And then we have DPS. Obviously, all of our spikes are going to be when we actually popped our skills and all that. We also unlocked the bouncer weapon. And regen 500 HP. Unlock the auto healing band-aid weapon. Interesting. Okay, so 3 new weapons, which I actually think is pretty important. Like I said, a lot of the weapons just didn't feel like they were doing all that much, so hopefully these other ones are. So as far as upgrade goes and meta progression, I think we took a look at this very briefly earlier, but it is that very straightforward meta progression system: health, damage, movement speed, health regen, damage received, pickup, rerolls, and then experience. Not my favorite meta progression system, but hey, it's what everybody's doing. And then we have awards here, so these are all your different achievements that you can do to unlock different things, all the different weapons. There's quite a few for a demo. There's quite a few different things you can go about unlocking. And then there's 3 different characters, of course, the three front and center characters. That's where we're going to leave this one. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and of course let me know what you thought of Cleanup Crew down below in the comment section. And other than that, guys, if you liked the video, if you liked hanging out with me today, would you kindly smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more roguelite action. I've been Ganyonz, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.